Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. 6.4 is just one day away, and before we get into all that beautiful new content, I have one last video for you all to enjoy. Onso Hakere on Dark Knight. While not a high kill game, this is however the best comeback match of the season, being almost 1000 score behind. This is my first attempt at voicing over one of my gameplays. I hope you all enjoy, and I shall see you all in patch 6.4. At the start of any Onso Hakere, my first play is to head directly towards the center. Should mid spawn, I will be there ready to hold, giving my group the time they need to group up and make their way here. With 2 B ranks so close to spawn, there is no reason for the entire alliance to stand around waiting. With 3 B ranks over the other side of the map, the chances of us getting rushed are very low. I stick to my original play and head up top. I spend a good amount of time up here, abusing the Dark Knight's Salted Earth to pull both the Maelstrom and the Immortal Flame teams from their ramps. Reducing the player count up top can make securing the objective way simpler. I try to hold back and never engage without the Salted Earth and my guard, as this strat will turn you into the number 1 target. Once I drop down with the enemies, I tend to follow up with an additional Quitius. This not only heals me, but will also deal a decent amount of damage, charging my limit gauge and potentially stalling others out of the fight, as many may need to pop their elixirs before they can return to the battle. If I see the opportunity to jump in on a small group with my team, I will do so, as any and all damage increase a DPS's likelihood of securing a kill. After a quick burst of damage, I will always back away. Hanging around too long is a good way of getting perma-CC'd. With my cooldowns refreshed, I spot the Immortals grouped up nicely. Too perfect a chance to miss up. Going in with the same strat, what follows is the perfect example of why having resources available will drastically increase my likelihood of survival. During all of this, new B ranks spawned in. The team had very quickly snagged these up, giving me free reign to once again stall out middle. Seeing that the Maelstrom took a large hit from a well-timed samurai, I dive back in on the Immortals, this time snaring a large portion of their team, and making a narrow escape. A quick glance at the map shows my team are doing well to the north, with new B ranks spawning in the south, meaning most likely the Immortals will retreat from the middle. Now is the time to rush back up to prevent the Maelstrom from capping. Neither team was fast enough. The Immortals capped south and rejoined the battle for the mid. I see the A rank spawn to the southwest. Most of my team are heading there, with majority of the other teams still in the middle. This allows me once again to continue my stalling, keeping them busy long enough that they tunnel vision. After a good minute of stalling, The Maelstrom did a good job to push us from the high ground. However, many made the mistake of standing too close to the edge, allowing me to snag 4 away from the point. Following this play, I noticed the Immortals are getting aggressive. I retreat and regroup to push back against the Immortals, during which the Maelstrom were finally able to capture the middle point. Unfortunate, but I could not have the Immortals running free in the back line. After securing our backline, I top up ready to push north. It was highly unlikely we can make it so late after spawn. However, luckily enough, an A rank spawned on the bridge. I waste no time rushing in there first. Sadly, the team focused the cave first and did not regroup in time, forcing me to give up the bridge and back away. A following A-rank spawns just to the west. Obviously, the Maelstrom will keep their push going. I do my best to hold them back, but I am once again forced to retreat. My goal now is to hold this point, as now a third A-rank has spawned at base. A good stall here, even should they cap the zone, should allow my team enough time to cap the point back at base. Sadly, the Immortal Flames wised up and join in to sandwich us at spawn, capping base point in the process. At this stage, I am simply looking for stragglers and trying to prevent the Maelstrom from pushing any further. Any chance to drop the enemy's score is worth it, while I wait for the team to respawn. As both the Maelstrom and the Immortal Flames begin to flee, I lead the charge forward, right as a middle A-rank spawns in. Fortunate for me, both the Maelstrom and the Immortal Flames were occupied elsewhere, allowing me the opportunity to capture middle, completely uncontested. Now the comeback begins with our measly 350 points. I rush back to the team, holding strong on the middle bridge, with the intent of placing myself between those on the point and the Immortal Flames. I do this to both stall and mess up their targeting. While doing so, my team also managed to snag the cave, and followed up well, to stall the bridge out while I needed to back up and heal. At this point, I noticed the Immortals heading south. There's only one reason they would do so: new spawns. The first S rank of the match has spawned in the southwestern corner. With the Immortals so far in the lead, I rush on over. My intent here is to stall for any amount of time, in hopes more of my team had realised, and were on their way. It turned into a suicidal play, however I only had an 18 on the battle high meter. Following my respawn, I head back to the team, as the Maelstrom had no idea of either team scoring, doing the classic third place, fighting second place, and sadly if we had any shot of winning, they had to be dealt with first. At that moment, a perfect twist of luck occurred. Right as we finished up, pushing the Maelstrom back, an S rank spawned right in the centre, were tunnel visioned on the beach, and by the time they had realised, it was far too late for them to counter. We secured the middle uncontested. From this point on, we need to hard focus blue, and nothing else. They are less than 100 score away. Myself and a few others begin picking off those left behind. With the Immortal Flames looking to win it here and then, I use this chance to lead us behind. This way we can sandwich them from the other side, as the Maelstrom have finally woken up, realising the Immortals are far ahead, and have finally begun to fight back. As several of the Immortals are forced back to the cliff, we are here ready and waiting. I aim to set up kills on the more squishier targets, such as the ranged and the healers. Those with high battle highs would be unkillable with such a small group. At this point, it was time to bail, perfectly timed, as a new S rank had just spawned. Although this time, the Immortals were a lot more panicked, and from my previous position, I was able to slip in from behind, unnoticed. In doing so, I was able to pressure the backline, right as my team were diving in with their ultimates, scoring some beautiful kills on point. This helped to store the point long enough, that the Maelstrom had come in to sandwich them. This was the perfect time to run through the Immortals, and claim the point for ourselves. From here on, the score is pretty even. I hold with the team, as we do not need to go in at this stage, Capturing the A rank takes priority. A following A rank spawns in the cave, but I turn back when I see the Immortals on the map, thinking they were pushing for our A rank. Fortunately, it was a small group, and we were able to snag some easy score. Now we had the lead, and the momentum. We could not get lazy now. While the Immortals were distracted, we could go around picking off stragglers, and as soon as that final S rank spawns in, we all rushed to that location. We didn't need to claim the point. We only needed to prevent the Immortals. All my team needed was kills, winning there and then. A low on kills game, but high on damage and tactical play. I hope you enjoyed today's video. 6.4 drops tomorrow, and I shall see you all in the next one.